What if I told you that a tiny silver dime, small enough to hide between your fingers, could actually be worth more than a brand new car? You wouldn't believe it, would you? But today, on Million Dollar Coins USA, we're uncovering a Mercury dime so rare, so historically loaded, that collectors across the country are scrambling to find one just like it. This is not just spare change. This is a coin that carries the weight of a world at war, struck in silver, marked with a story that most people walk right past every single day. Somewhere out there in an old jewelry box, a forgotten coin jar, or a jar of loose change tucked away in a closet, a coin exactly like this one could be sitting quietly, waiting to change someone's life forever. So do not go anywhere, because once you hear what makes this dime so special, you're going to want to dig through every drawer in your house. Coin number 1, the 1943. Mercury dime. Let's go back to the year 1943 and one of the most intense and defining years in American history. World War II is raging across the globe. American soldiers are fighting overseas. Factories back home are working around the clock. And every single coin minted that year carries with it the weight of a nation entirely focused on survival and victory. In the middle of all that tension and sacrifice, the Denver Mint struck this dime, stamping it proudly with the small letter D, sending it out into a country where every coin mattered, where every dime could buy a stamp to write home to a soldier overseas, or a loaf of bread for a family stretching every last cent. Nobody handling this coin back in 1943 could have imagined that decades later, it would resurface as one of the most fascinating hidden treasures in the entire world of coin collecting. Now let's talk about what makes this coin an absolute icon, because the Mercury dime is widely regarded as one of the most beautifully designed coins in American history. Designed by the sculptor Adolf Weinman, this coin features a striking depiction of Liberty wearing a winged cap, often mistaken for the Roman god Mercury, which is exactly where this coin gets its unforgettable nickname. On the reverse, a bold fascist symbol stands beside an olive branch, representing strength and a desire for peace, a powerful message struck directly into silver during one of the most turbulent periods in modern history. This coin is struck from 90% pure silver, giving it a weight, a shine, and a value that goes far beyond its face value the moment you understand what you are truly holding. But here's what makes this specific 1943D dime so extraordinary. Over the decades, it developed a rare pattern of light black dots scattered across its surface, a natural toning effect that forms only under very particular storage conditions over a very long period of time. This is not damage, this is not dirt, this is a naturally occurring aging pattern that collectors search for and almost never find intact on a coin from this era. And here's where the suspense truly builds, because this coin also shows genuine, honest circulation, meaning it passed through real hands during one of the most dramatic periods in American history, pockets of soldiers, factory workers, mothers managing ration books, and everyday Americans holding the country together during wartime. Most coins from 1943 that survived in circulated condition have lost their finer details entirely, worn smooth from decades of handling. But every so often, one emerges that somehow preserved its key design elements while still carrying that unmistakable, well-traveled, historic look, combined with that rare light black dot toning that most collectors have simply never seen on a coin this old. When a coin like this surfaces, it does not just catch the attention of casual collectors, it stops serious silver coin specialists in their tracks, because they immediately recognize they are looking at something extraordinarily rare. So why has demand for a coin like this reached such incredible heights in today's market? Mercury dimes have become one of the most passionately collected series in all of American numismatics, because they combine breathtaking artistic design, genuine silver content, and deep historical significance tied directly to World War II. Every single year, the number of well-preserved 1943D dimes with this kind of rare natural toning shrinks even further, because collectors who manage to find one almost never let it go, recognizing that a coin combining wartime history, silver content, and this unique black dot pattern may never cross their path again. That growing scarcity, paired with rising demand from collectors specifically hunting for historically significant silver coins from the war years, is exactly why auction listings for coins like this one spark intense, fast-moving bidding wars the moment they go live. Now, here comes the number you have been waiting for. Based on recent auction results and dealer valuations for a 1,943D Mercury dime with this rare light black dot, toning, and genuinely circulated, historically significant condition, this coin has been valued at an incredible $63,000. Let that number truly sink in. $63,000 for a tiny silver dime that once passed through the hands of everyday Americans living through the most challenging years of the Second World War. This is not fiction. This is not exaggeration. This is a real reflection of what dedicated silver coin collectors are paying right now for a coin in this exact condition. An interest in wartime Mercury dimes like this one has continued climbing as more collectors come to appreciate just how rare true, naturally toned survivors from this era really are. If a coin like this is sitting somewhere in your home in an old jewelry box, a forgotten drawer, or a jar passed down through your family, you are not holding an ordinary dime. You are holding a genuine piece of American history that today's market is actively competing to acquire. For every collector and every viewer inspired to check their coins right now, here is what you absolutely need to remember. Never clean or polish this coin ever, because that natural light black toning is exactly what gives it its extraordinary value, and any attempt to clean it can instantly and permanently strip away decades of natural history, wiping out thousands of dollars in worth within seconds. Always handle it carefully by the edges, store it in a protective holder away from moisture and harsh handling, and if you ever come across a 1,943D Mercury dime showing this kind of rare, natural, dark toning, do not clean it. Do not dismiss it as an ordinary old dime. Take it straight to a professional grading service so its true value and history can be properly confirmed. This is exactly why we do what we do here on Million Dollar Coins USA, uncovering incredible hidden fortunes disguised as ordinary pocket change. Coins that once passed quietly through the hands of a nation at war, now revealed as extraordinary treasures worth tens of thousands of dollars. And this was only coin number one. Stay with me because what's coming next is going to leave you even more amazed. Make sure you are subscribed because this channel brings you freshly updated treasure discoveries every single day, and you do not want to miss what we uncover next. Coin number 2, 1,927 Mercury dime. Now let's move into coin number 2, and this one carries an entirely different kind of energy because this dime comes from an era of pure American confidence, right before the storm that would follow. The year is 1927. The roaring 20s are in full swing, jazz music fills the streets, the economy feels unstoppable. And America is riding one of the greatest waves of prosperity it had ever known. In the middle of all that optimism, the Philadelphia Mint struck this dime, sending it out with no mint mark, meaning it came directly from the heart of American coin production, into a nation that had no idea the Great Depression was just 2 years away. Nobody handling this coin back in 1927 could have imagined that decades later, it would resurface carrying a secret on its surface that would leave modern collectors absolutely stunned. Let's talk about what makes this particular coin so breathtaking, because this is where things get truly extraordinary. This 1,927 Mercury dime has developed a rare, dramatic light black layer that spreads across both the front and the reverse of the coin. A rich, natural toning that formed evenly across the entire surface over nearly a century of careful preservation. This is not tarnish from neglect. This is not damage. This is an exceptionally rare, naturally occurring toning process that only happens under very specific environmental conditions over a very long stretch of time. And finding it spread this evenly across both sides of the coin is something even experienced collectors describe as once in a lifetime. On the front, Liberty's winged cap, the very design that gave this coin its famous Mercury nickname, still shows through beneath that stunning dark layer. While on the reverse, the fasces and olive branch design remains clearly visible, framed by that same rare, dramatic toning. This coin does not just show history, it wears it like a badge, boldly and unmistakably. And here's where the suspense truly takes hold, because coins with this kind of dramatic, evenly spread toning across both sides are almost never found with their design details still fully legible underneath. In most cases, this level of natural darkening comes paired with significant wear or damage, because a coin exposed to these conditions for this long typically suffers in other ways too. But every so often, one emerges that defied every expectation, one that developed this beautiful dark layer while somehow protecting its intricate design details from being lost entirely. When a coin like this is placed in front of serious collectors, there's an immediate, visible reaction because they understand instantly that they are looking at something that may never appear again in their lifetime of collecting. So why has demand for a coin like this reached such an extraordinary level in today's market? Mercury Dimes, with rare, dramatic, natural toning, have become some of the most fiercely pursued coins in the entire silver coin collecting world, because they combine three things every serious collector dreams of finding together: iconic historic design, genuine 90% silver content, and a visually stunning one-of-a-kind natural coloring that simply cannot be replicated or faked. Every single year, the number of coins surfacing with this kind of rare, evenly spread toning shrinks even further, because collectors who manage to acquire one hold on to it as the crown jewel of their entire collection. That extreme scarcity, combined with a growing wave of collectors who now specifically search for dramatically toned silver coins as centerpiece pieces, is exactly why auction listings for coins like this one trigger explosive, high-stakes bidding wars the moment they appear. Now, here comes the number you have been waiting for. Based on recent auction results and dealer valuations for a 1,927 no-mint mark Mercury dime, with this rare light black toning layer across both the front and reverse, this coin has been valued at an incredible $73,000. Let that truly sink in. $73,000 for a small silver dime that once passed through pockets during the height of the Roaring Twenties, nearly 100 years ago. This is not fiction, this is not exaggeration, this is a genuine reflection of what dedicated collectors are paying right now for a coin with this exact extraordinary appearance. And interest in dramatically toned Mercury dimes, like this one, has continued climbing steadily as more collectors come to understand just how rare, true, full coin natural toning like this really is. If a coin like this is sitting somewhere in your home, in an old collection, a forgotten box, or passed down through your family, you are not holding ordinary loose change. You are holding a genuine, one-of-a-kind treasure that today's market is actively competing to acquire. For every collector and every viewer inspired to check their coins right now, here is what you absolutely need to remember. Never attempt to clean or polish this coin, ever, because that rare, dramatic black toning across both sides is precisely what gives this coin its extraordinary value. And any attempt to clean it can instantly and permanently destroy nearly a century of natural history, wiping out tens of thousands of dollars in worth within seconds. Always handle it gently by the edges, store it safely in a protective holder, away from moisture and direct light. And if you ever come across a 1,927 Mercury dime with no mint mark showing this kind of rare, dramatic black coloring across both sides, do not clean it, do not treat it like ordinary silver, take it straight to a professional grading service, so its true value can be properly confirmed. This is exactly why we do what we do here on Million Dollar Coins USA, uncovering incredible hidden fortunes disguised as ordinary pocket change, coins that once passed quietly through the height of American prosperity, now revealed as extraordinary treasures worth tens of thousands of dollars. 2 coins, 2 unbelievable stories, and 2 powerful reminders that real hidden wealth might be sitting closer than you ever imagined. If this video has opened your eyes to what could be hiding in your own coin jar or forgotten collection, make sure you are subscribed, because this channel brings you freshly updated treasure discoveries every single day, and you will not want to miss what we uncover next. Coin number 3. Now let's move into coin number 3, and I have to tell you, this one might be the most quietly legendary coin we have talked about yet, because 1921 is a year that every serious Mercury dime collector knows by heart the moment you say it out loud. The year is 1921. America has just come through the aftermath of World War I. The nation is adjusting to a fragile post-war economy, and silver coin production across the country has dropped dramatically compared to the years before it. In the middle of this quiet economic slowdown, the Denver Mint struck this dime, stamping it with the small letter D, releasing a far smaller number of coins into circulation than in almost any other year in the entire Mercury Dime series. Nobody handling this coin back in 1921 could have imagined that a century later, collectors around the country would be searching desperately for exactly this coin. From exactly this year. From exactly this mint. Let's talk about why this specific date and mint mark combination sends such a jolt of excitement through the collecting world, because this is not just about condition, this is about scarcity built directly into history itself. 1921 is widely recognized as one of the lowest mintage years in the entire Mercury Dime series, meaning far fewer of these coins were ever struck compared to almost any other year collectors search for. This coin proudly carries the same iconic design that made the series legendary, Liberty in her winged cap on the front, symbolizing freedom of thought, and the powerful fasces and olive branch on the reverse, symbolizing strength paired with a desire for peace. Struck from 90% pure silver, this coin carries real, tangible value in its metal alone, but it is the combination of this specific low mintage year, the D mint mark, and genuine circulated survival on both the front and reverse that turns this particular coin into something collectors describe as an absolute holy grail moment. And here's where the suspense truly reaches its peak, because coins from this year did not just start out rare, they became even rarer as time went on. With so few struck to begin with, many were lost, damaged, or melted down over the following century, meaning that any surviving example, especially one that shows clear, identifiable circulation on both sides while still retaining its critical design details, becomes an extraordinarily difficult find. This coin was not sitting untouched in a vault. It lived a real life, passing through pockets, cash registers, and coin jars for decades, carrying the honest wear of true circulation, while somehow surviving the odds that caused so many of its counterparts to disappear entirely. When a knowledgeable collector realizes they are looking at a genuine 1921D Mercury Dime, their reaction is immediate and unmistakable, because they know exactly how rare this specific combination truly is. So why has demand for a coin like this reached such an explosive level in today's market? The 1921D Mercury Dime is widely regarded as one of the true key dates in the entire series, meaning it sits at the very top of what serious silver coin collectors are actively hunting for, regardless of condition. Every single year, the pool of surviving examples continues to shrink because so few were minted to begin with, and the ones that do survive are treasured, protected, and rarely ever released back into the market. That combination of a historically low mintage and relentless ongoing collector demand is exactly why auction listings for a coin like this one trigger fierce, high-stakes bidding wars the instant they appear, with serious collectors competing aggressively because they understand this may be their only chance to ever own one. Now, here comes the number you have been waiting for. Based on recent auction results and dealer valuations for a 1921D Mercury Dime in genuinely circulated condition on both the front and reverse, this coin has been valued at an incredible $85,000. Let that number truly sink in. $85,000 for a small silver dime from one of the rarest mintage years in the entire series, a coin that quietly passed through American life for over a century before its true significance was ever recognized. This is not fiction, this is not exaggeration, this is a genuine reflection of what dedicated collectors are paying right now for a coin from this specific date and mint. And interest in key date Mercury Dimes like this one has continued climbing steadily as more collectors recognize just how difficult these coins are to find in any condition at all. If a coin like this is sitting somewhere in your home in an old collection, a forgotten drawer, or passed down through your family, you are not holding ordinary loose change. You are holding one of the most sought-after coins in the entire Mercury Dime series. For every collector and every viewer inspired to check their coins right now, here is what you absolutely need to remember. Never attempt to clean or polish this coin, ever, because any alteration to its natural surface can instantly and permanently reduce its value, no matter how rare the date already is. Always handle it gently by the edges. Store it safely in a protective holder, away from moisture and rough handling. And if you ever come across a Mercury dime dated 1921 with a demint mark, do not clean it. Do not dismiss it as an ordinary old dime. Take it straight to a professional grading service immediately, because you might be holding one of the rarest coins in this entire series. This is exactly why we do what we do here on Million Dollar Coins USA, uncovering incredible hidden fortunes disguised as ordinary pocket change, coins that quietly survived against extraordinary odds, now revealed as some of the most valuable treasures in American coin collecting. 3 coins, 3 unbelievable stories, and 3 powerful reminders that real hidden wealth might be sitting closer than you ever imagined. If this video has opened your eyes to what could be hiding in your own coin jar or forgotten collection, make sure you are subscribed, because this channel brings you freshly updated treasure discoveries every single day, and you will not want to miss what we uncover next.